This is Hung Over Hand Right, and this is the UFC Fight Night, Covington versus Buckley preview show. Chad, Seth, Dylan, Jonathon.
Hi.
On the eve of UFC 310. We're here to talk about UFC Tampa. I'm assuming they're going to call it.
On the eve of Christmas Eve.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Good eves.
December 7th.
A lot of eves around here.
Poster?
Nah.
If it weren't those two fighters on it, it'd be a lot better.
It's like someone just took a paint roller and just
Buckley's
just did this.
Buckley's side
Or like a
profile is
highlighter.
horrendous.
Chad, what color is that in the background?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is it orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a liar.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a
Lying piece of shit.
it's kind of a boring, ugly poster.
Yeah.
Just
Like whatever.
back
All
on the rooting for Colby train, I guess. Didn't plan on it. But
very fighter specific.
I kind of feel
Opponent
like
specific.
I kind of feel like I am completely off the Colby train. at
I
this
think
point.
I'm on your side.
I had been off, but fuck Buckley, dude. I said it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. I think he said I said it.
Oh, I thought you said that's it.
No.
Fuck Buckley.
And
That's it.
And that's final.
I love this card. Actually, there's a bunch of striker versus striker fights in this card.
Should we go through canceled bouts? We haven't done that. in a
Oh
while.
yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, remember
There's
how
some
they're
good
all
ones.
awesome?
Amanda
Oh,
Ribas,
man.
Mackenzie Dern. I think that's rescheduled,
They-
It is.
Better.
It is rescheduled.
but I don't want to watch them fight. I want to.
Said was supposed to fight Marcos.
I don't want to watch them fight.
Yeah, not that F.
Yeah.
Yeah, Said Nurmagomedov versus Daniel Marcos. That would have been really fun.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to be Machado and Buckley.
And
Yeah, and I think they basically canceled that because they needed a co-main
Mhm.
for 310. Something big.
Yeah, and then they put Chrome Gracie in there and then gave old Aljo the boot.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Aljo.
Yeah, Amanda and Dern. That give me that fight.
Is that a rematch?
I thought it was.
I don't think so. Right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, I knew it.
Mackenzie beat her in
No.
2019.
We watched that in
That
my.
was what,
We watched that upstairs at the old studio
5 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Wowie.
All right. Prelims on this card are awesome.
because I was the only one to pick Dern. You guys all took Ribas.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no proof.
Yeah. there's-
Miles Johns, Felipe Lima. Lima, this guy came in short notice against... Who was it? I just looked. Naimov. And beat him pretty handily. Decision, but there was no question he beat him. Miles Johns, he's been around forever.
Yeah.
Supposed to fight Cody. Didn't happen. Now they're like, hey, I know you're supposed to fight this big name, but we're going to
Here's Felipe.
let you fight Felipe Lima, the first fight of the night. Random Maverick, Springfield Mo,
Shout out.
fighting Jamie Lynn Horth,
Horth.
who has lost to Carson. Veronica
Corningstone.
Vaughn.
Hardy. Her name used to be Veronica Macedo, and I literally almost said Carson Macedo, who's a sprint car
Just named
driver.
all the Veronicas.
We
in it.
did. We're quick with it.
So-
What do you guys say, Vaughn?
I did.
Some Mars.
Miranda has been supposed to fight Tracy Cortez for a long time, and it just keeps not happening
Yeah.
because of Tracy. Fuck Chad.
I like Tracy.
So I think Miranda,
She's
she's
getting
got
her
a pretty,
lashes done.
she's got a pretty good shot at this
Literally
one.
falling, getting punched out of her head. Right after we talked about it, too.
Yep.
Michael Johnson and Otman Azatar.
Michael, he's got to be 40.
oh
that
yeah,
is.
you get up there.
I say that all the time. He's got to be 40.
Wait, he's 38.
38.
Oh,
that was
called it.
literally, you said somebody else
Yeah.
got to be 40.
Fucking
Davey Grant,
Davey,
and he's
yeah.
38. I think, Azatar hits hard,
So does
but
MJ,
that's
though.
about it. I mean, that's literally all
MJ's
Azatar's
got
good at.
more.
Kinda-
Yeah, ask Khabib.
You could say that about the both of them, really.
Yeah, I think he's
Mike's-
a lot faster.
Yeah.
He's
Even at
always
38,
been
he's still pretty quick.
got
fast.
22 and 19. It's crazy how some of these guys like him or like a Clay or just name another guy that has a bunch of fights that's like damn near 500.
13 and 13 with Mark Hunt.
It's fucking
Yeah.
it's weird how some of those guys just stick around with the saltiest of records.
Right.
because they're OG, triple OGs, dude.
Well, they'll win 2 or 3 and then lose
Right.
3 or 4 and then win another
I think it's
one.
because
lose
But-
another
UFC sets him up with.
I think part of it is that
Fights.
if Michael Johnson's going to win, it's going to be him striking a lot and maybe not finishing somebody, but at least like putting hands on somebody.
Right.
And if he loses, he's going to get knocked the fuck out.
one. Right.
So they're like, Either way is good with us.
He's
2 Springfield, Missouri fighters on this
Yeah.
card, and
Yeah,
then,
that's
and then
fucking-
the St. Louis.
back-to-back Springfield Fight Club alum.
Yep. We got 2 low-key bangers. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. Jakar Close, Joel Alvarez. I was telling you about Alvarez earlier that you somehow don't remember him, but he's nasty.
Yeah.
Big, tall guy, flying knees, subs everybody. And Jakar Close used to be good.
What? Yeah, he did. He used to be. What is? When was the last time he
He's
fought?
lost twice.
Yeah,
Not-
still got a great record.
Not that long ago.
Well, Benil knocked him out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was way back in the day.
Yeah, way back.
back when Ben
Back
was
when
winning.
Manel was good.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
off.
Seth.
He's gonna win that next fight.
No, Jakar's last fight was in May, and he won in Brazil against a Brazilian. But it was a sloppy, everyone got tired, including the ref.
Oh,
type
that
of fight.
was that was the card right before the St. Louis card we attended.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was that? Did we go in May?
Yes.
Okay.
The next week.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Joel Alvarez, but Jakar's a good wrestler.
Knutson.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
She's a great striker.
Old nuts.
Piera Rodriguez, the only thing I really know about her is that she got finished in Kansas City when we were there by Jillian Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
Was it ground and pound?
Probably.
Yes.
Shout out.
Other than that, I don't know anything about her.
Big Jill Rob.
So many ties
Yeah.
to Missouri. Fuck.
And then other than that, yeah, we got another low-key banger and 6 fight main cards. We're previewing 8 fights on this one.
Yeah.
Fuck Manel Kape.
Let's get going.
Let's hurry the fuck
We're
up.
going to be here for 4 hours.
No.
All right, first up, Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. Sean the Sniper Woodson, 12-1-1, coming off of 3 wins in a row and a draw and another win. Fighting out of St. Louis, 32 years old, 6 feet 2 inches tall. Fernando, help me out, Chad.
El Valiente.
Padilla, 16-5, coming off of a win, really quick win over Luis Puello.
Yeah.
Fighting out of Chihuahua,
Chihuahua.
Mexico,
Chihuahua.
27 years old, 6 feet 1 inch tall.
Such a fun name.
2 really
Fun
tall
word.
featherweights.
The
Yeah.
tallest and
Long
lankiest
motherfucker.
of the featherweight division.
Woodson's gonna piece him up, dude. He's way crispier on the feet.
Padilla, that's
kind of his MO as well.
but we watched him earlier. He is like so hittable.
He's super hittable and he's a little more reckless
Yeah.
about
I
it.
can see this going to Sige.
But
Woodson.
he's a tough bastard.
That's the
though.
Mexican in him.
He's
He is
tall
tough.
and
Why it's gonna
long,
be Sige.
but he's a guy that he kind of wastes that length. Like he doesn't really fight long. Like at least definitely not to the Woodson.
He was standing toe
Standard.
to toe with Kyle Nelson, and he was like 6 inches taller than him.
Woodson
Yeah.
is just a gangly fucker.
And they were in the pocket banging. And it's
And-
like you could just
Could have
jab
stayed
Kyle
on the
Nelson.
outside
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Woodson. I mean, Woodson is like one of the sharpest boxers.
His
in the
nickname
UFC.
says it all.
Doesn't hit hard, but just touches you. Does not get touched with, even though he's got
brothers.
the like Dum Dum from Night at the Museum. That's his head. You know,
Yeah.
Dum Dum, give me gum gum.
Also, it's how Colby is.
What?
Just a lot of volume, not a lot of power, and can take
Yeah,
a
but
hit.
Sean is much sharper with the boxing.
Yeah.
Oh
than
yeah,
Colby.
for sure.
And not that this is going to matter, but Sean is really, really good at defending takedowns.
This fight, no one's going to shoot a single one.
No, I just don't see how Puello, because I think he's going to have to finish Sean,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't see how he does it.
No.
I can
think
see him getting a couple good ones in there. I'm maybe potentially dropping him for a second. You never know, but
Sean will actually use his length and just
What are
pick
the
at him
odds
from the
here?
outside.
Mhm.
decision all day.
He might shoot his own takedowns. He's had
Minus 170.
For Sean,
Yeah.
minus 170 Sean, plus 145 Padilla.
this will either way. It's going to be a fun, exciting
Yeah,
fight.
Yeah.
that's pretty
Man,
good. You
I
got
think
bet
they're gonna,
down.
I think they're going to scrap, bro.
A lot of people threw money on.
Open minus 260.
Padilla.
Sean. That's surprising to me.
Yeah.
That it got hammered that hard. So basically,
I don't know, man. I don't.
Get him
Padilla's
while
not
you
one
can-
to sleep on. I don't think. Like,
He's not.
bet on Sean at this price while you can, because it might go back up. Tapology votes. 406 votes, 91%
pretty
Sean
tough.
I
Woodson.
don't think it's that lopsided.
It's also barely any
I
votes.
do.
You do that
Yeah.
much?
Yeah. I'd 91% chance
You can't.
Woodson wins this. It's
Padilla-
not more.
The way that he fought Kyle Nelson, you cannot do that against Sean.
No.
It's not going to work.
No.
Sean's not going to play that game.
I think this one's pretty cut and dry and easy.
I mean, he was fighting Kyle Nelson in a phone booth, as they say.
Yeah.
And he's 7 foot tall.
Those things don't even exist anymore.
No. Not
Shout
here.
out to Colin Farrell.
I saw one in Ireland.
Was it
Really?
It
It
didn't work.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
but
Well,
it was
they're
there.
all over still, but not active.
What color was it? Was it like red? Like
Probably
No,
green.
it was white.
Uh,
It was in the town where I can't even remember the name of the movie, but John Wayne filmed a movie in this
Yeah.
town. There's a statue of him.
that's cool.
There's a
In
John Wayne
Ireland.
statue in Ireland?
Yeah.
trying to think of the
Con
John Wayne-
Ireland.
Trying to think of what movie.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. We'll look it up. I don't want to
Yeah.
bore the audience. All right. Woodson decision for me.
Yep, same.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Might not
Fun fight. Fun fight. Tune in.
Anything else there?
We're going to be super confident on
Don't
this
sleep
one.
on Padilla, but
Padilla's
he
gonna
might
go
make
in
it
there.
fun. But I
Sleep
think
his ass.
Sean gets it done.
Sleep is big.
Just
head.
wrestle fuck
And
him
then
somehow the whole
work
time.
on-
He's gonna have to change some things fast for that to happen.
Yeah.
Sean's gonna see everything he's doing coming. I think.
Well, Kyle Nelson was having
And he's going to be
success
far away.
with the overhands and the more loopier punches. That's what I was saying. Like, you can't. Sean's he's gonna expose you quick. He'll find the hole and take advantage of it.
Me too.
All right. Low-key banger number 2. Davey Grant versus Ramon Tavares. Dangerous Davey Grant. 13-7. Coming off a split decision loss to somebody we'll talk about in a little bit, Daniel Marcos. From the UK, fighting out of Vegas, 38 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall. Ramon the Savage Tavares, 10-2, coming off 2 wins in a row. One in the Contender Series, one in the UFC.
City fight was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when we became fans of City.
Fighting out of Florida, Jacksonville, 30 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall. This is a weird one because they want to strike
But
Yeah.
2 completely different.
styles.
Yeah.
Like Davey, I mean, he has some crazy submissions and shit, but he likes wheel kicks and
Super-
jumping front kicks and
Like, I don't want to say ill-timed, but you never know what he's going to throw.
no
Yeah.
switches stances. When he throws punches, it is like basically straight armed hooks. Like literally, there's nothing down the pipe at all.
And then you got Tavares.
Slick boxer.
Super crisp, just
You
textbook
almost go from like
boxer.
schoolyard bullshit to well-tuned
Yeah,
machine.
yeah.
Just
And I mean the City fight. So he got knocked out by City on the Contender Series, but it was a super early stoppage. And then the Contender Series agreed, so they gave him another fight,
Right.
and he won in 29 seconds. But the one that he lost to City in the UFC was in Canada. He's from the Ukraine, but he lives in Canada. And I think Tavares should have won. I think the only reason he didn't is because he got backed up to the fence the whole fight and didn't throw
Wait, which
a lot
fight?
at City
The last
in
one.
Canada.
He beat City.
No.
no,
Oh,
it's on Contender Series.
No, he did. You're right.
We have it. We have
He
it
beat him. I had it backwards. Yeah, yeah.
backwards.
I thought
He
City
lost it.
won because
He was in Canada.
Tavares didn't. He didn't get hit that much.
Mhm.
He had good head movement and shit, but he just didn't throw a lot.
Right.
And he got backed up
He
at
was
the
on his
fence the
back foot
whole time,
yeah.
which I guess is you can look at that as like a positive that he can fight being pressured and he can do well being
Mhm.
pressured into the fence. But Davey's not going to do that same type of shit.
You don't know. No one knows what he's going to do.
I mean, they're going to fight at range, but it's
Mhm.
going to probably be a lot of Davey's like kicking range and in and out. I don't know. I have no
Tavares
idea on
can
this
get-
one.
I think he can get inside though, right?
Probably. But can he finish Davey?
Davey's 38.
Davey,
Yeah, but he's. What did we say earlier? He's fought like. Let's go to his record. I forget what it was.
well, first of all, he's been finished 4 times, but all of them are subs.
Hmm.
He's never been knocked out. What? How many times he's
Yeah,
fought?
like he fought like 5 times in 7 years or something like that.
The
Or
Ultimate,
11.
Ultimate Fighter finale was November 2013, and he is 6-6 in the UFC.
12 fights in 11 years.
Yeah. Which I mean, to be fair, it never seems to affect him because
No.
he gets in there and just gets
I mean,
after it.
one a year. Like you see guys with less than that, but
yeah.
that's definitely not. I wouldn't call it
Active.
crazy
Yeah.
active.
No.
No. But that's also probably
Like you're telling me
Helps
there's
with
never
longevity.
been like a short notice like
But the problem is he fought 3 times in 2021, and so then the other years factor those together without those 3 fights in 1 year.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to matter. He's going to bring it either way.
Yeah.
But I just don't stylistically. I really don't know on this one.
I don't either. That's another thing with Davey. Every time he fights, we always talk about his age and shit like that. But
he comes out and it's probably due, like Seth said, just the activity, helps with his longevity of
being off.
It's just a matter if Tavares can get a read on him and try to get inside, and because I think he's got to get inside, inside kicking range.
Yeah, because Davey, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to be in a big cage because we didn't mention this, but this is in an arena, the Tampa Bay Lightning Arena, and I'm assuming they're going to have a big cage.
Mm-hmm.
So Davey's going to have all that room to move around, and he's just hard to find.
Yeah, and he can't get backed up like he did against City.
No.
I kind of want to hear you guys pick first.
This is like the one that I don't have a strong lean on.
I don't either.
Minus 145 Tavares, plus 125 Davey Grant. It hasn't moved much.
My gut is
Close.
saying
Davey.
I got Ramon decision.
They're on the same wavelength of us saying how close it's going to be. So
Yeah, the
votes
Tapology
really-
picks are a little wider. 428 picks, 63% Tavares, 80% decision. I'm going to take Davey Grant.
Ramon's also got home field advantage.
I do think, he does. I do think Tavares probably, although he won, and I had this wrong all day. I was thinking the other way around, but he's going to look at that last fight and be like, I need to do more.
Yeah.
Like, I need to not just be defensive. I need to be offensive too. So he might.
Grant?
no,
No,
Tavares.
Tavares.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't throw a lot at all.
And he just got backed up the whole time. And I think he might
I think
try to put him away.
Especially
Davey's going to do the same
in front of
thing,
his
though. I
friends
think
and
he's gonna-
family. I think he's
Yeah.
going to go in there trying to make it.
I'm going Davey decision.
I got Ramon decision.
I'm going to go Davey
TKO?
sub.
Okay.
I'm going to go Tavares, and I'm going to. I want to say Davey's tough.
That's why I'm going decision. Tavares.
I'm going to probably go Tavares decision as well.
Whatever. Losers.
Davey
I
has
almost wanted to say sub, but
Tavares sub.
yeah, like a club and sub or
Yeah.
He's got 7 submission wins, but only 1 in the UFC.
Yeah. 7 of his 13 wins are submissions.
Yeah.
But in the UFC, he's lost a lot of split decisions.
Inverted triangle choke.
Yeah. He was losing that to a Sun Sao, and then
Davey's one of those guys that could just pull that kind of shit just out of nowhere.
yeah, he's honestly like one of the most just randomly dangerous fighters. Like, because you can't. He very rarely gets finished. I mean, obviously, we said 4 submission losses.
He should make his next fight shirt like with a cool picture of him randomly dangerous.
Yeah. We should make the shirt.
Yeah.
Sell it.
I'm down. Davey, can we use your liking of your face?
It's random damage.
your face and likeness, and we get
College
become
football
millionaires.
style.
Yeah.
So what did we say? Tavares over
Split
here?
down the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
Those idiots.
I'm going Davey is going to catch him with like some weird kick.
Spinning
And then-
fucking wheel kick.
and it
rip
may
his head
come
off.
into it when if Tavares has that mindset of I'd need to be a little bit more offensive, and
front of all
gets
of them.
caught trying to come inside.
Yeah.
One of my friends and family, they're going to be there.
I mean, Davey can throw. He can catch you with knees and front
yeah.
kicks and
from
wheel
weird
kicks
fucking
and-
angles.
Yeah.
He's dangerous.
He looks
he's
like Mark
Davey.
Zuckerberg right there.
Looks like who?
Mark Zuckerberg
Oh.
in the face a little bit. The hairline.
Tavares.
Yeah, nah.
Anything else there?
No. Next.
All right, main card. According to Tapology, first fight. This is an interesting one too. 2 strikers going at it. Daniel Marcos versus Adrian Yanez. Daniel, help me out, Chad. You speak Peruvian, right?
Son Cora.
So cool.
Marcos, 16-0. Has a no
Unintentional
contest
groin strike.
against Aori Keelang, who Raul Rosas Jr. beat. So
Yeah.
whatever, get out of my life.
Yeah.
Fighting out of Florida, originally from Peru.
Okay, right there.
31 years old, 5'7" tall. Adrian Yanez, no nickname, 17-5, coming off a win over Vinicius Salvador, who is horrible. Fighting out of Houston, 31 years old, 5'7" inches tall.
I like me some Marcos, I believe.
I like Marcos, like stylistically. Like, I just like his style. But Yanez is such a hard guy to figure out. Because he beats everybody that, I mean, including Davey Grant, but I was going to say everybody you never heard of, but
Tony Kelly.
Beat Tony Kelly,
Caged.
beat Randy Costa, beat Gustavo Lopez, but then
You fight
Rob Font and Jonathan Martinez and you lose. Not the end of the world, except for you get finished by Rob Font in the first round really bad, and you get leg kicked to death by Martinez.
Yeah.
It's just like
The Rob Font one, I can understand it. I think he was a little bit high on his horse. And you go against a vet like Font, who's a crisp boxer.
Yeah.
You know, I think that I could understand. And then the Jonathan Martinez one, that one's just just let a guy kick your fucking leg off. And then
I mean, that's a tough stylistic matchup for him.
Yeah.
That Martinez won. But the Font one, I agree with you, other than the fact that Font doesn't knock anybody out. He's a great boxer, but like he doesn't finish people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm a little worried about Yanez's durability. Because as nice and pretty of a boxer as he is, he's not unhittable.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like Tavares is very hard to hit with his boxing, but Yanez gets cracked.
It's almost like he fell in love with his chin. And
Marco's got some pop too.
Now Marcos, on the other hand, I mean, I mentioned this to you earlier, but Marcos, he's like, reminds me of Alex Pereira, just in the sense that he like pressures with like his presence. Like he doesn't feint.
He'll walk you down without feinting, without hardly throwing anything.
He's just
And he
stone
just kind of
face.
walks forward. Yeah.
And
Jamal Hill's daddy.
It is seriously, he's like a miniature Pereira. Like, and that straight right hand you were talking about,
Yeah.
dangerous, just straight right hand.
he really has a great too. I mean,
Drew a lot of rear knees in that fight too. We watched.
now that was open stance,
Right.
The Castaneda fight.
Castaneda.
They're both orthodox in this one, so it's going to be different. But
He's exactly 2 months older than me.
I feel like Marcos is defensively sound, but he's so flat-footed sometimes that people will be able to like find him. But I just don't know if Yanez can take the same type of punishment that Marcos can. I
agree.
I think if Yanez gets clipped bad by Marcos, that could be it.
mm-hmm.
I think I'm taking Marcos. Go to the odds real quick.
I got Marcos TKO.
Minus 170. Marcos plus 145.
TKO second round.
Yanez.
And it opened the complete opposite.
Wow.
It opened plus 145 Marcos.
Someone's making money on that one. I think.
Me too. 555 votes, 61% Marcos, 87% decision. This one's tough.
I kind of like a late fight. Stop it.
Yanez, he's a really good boxer, but it's just, can he take enough punishment to win a decision?
Right.
I say no.
This one's tough.
Marcos TKO.
I'm going to say decision, but I kind of like a late round.
I think Chad's going to pick Yanez.
I'm predicting too many decisions so far.
Biased. I don't pick bias.
I'm not really biased. I'm
You
not
like
like
Yanez.
sure I can like him, but it's not like I'm a heavy dick
Cock
rider. But I think I am going to pick Yanez.
I cock ride all my guys.
Hey, by the way, this is definitely going to sway your decision. Both have split decision wins over Davey Grant.
Dude, Davey, man, he's hard. You can't get him out of there, dude.
I'm going to go Yanez, and I think he's going to knock him out.
No.
I'm going to go Marcos knockout.
And that's the thing. I'm just kind of trusting Yanez's.
He's got great hands.
Yeah,
1v3 right now.
Come on.
I don't want to bet.
Bet all of us.
$5. $5.
I don't want to bet.
Make it more fun.
Bet yourself.
This is the boring
So
fucking...
bet your PlayStation on it.
Yeah.
$200. He'll give you PlayStation. You give him $200.
Or you can just keep the Harley.
Next.
Anything else? That's it on that one.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody's saying anything about anything.
That one's tough. That one's.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We're all agreeing on it.
I think. If Yanez loses, I think he's going to get knocked out.
I hope Marcos
I don't think it's
comes
going to
out.
be a decision.
I hope he comes out with the red hair again with the red shorts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he will.
He actually looked pretty cool.
This thing now.
Well, he's not a redhead, so
That one's tough, man.
It looks pretty
Poser.
rad, dude.
All right, is that it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up, two guys that fight the same,
Gross.
kind of.
Icky.
Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva.
next.
Manel, Star Boy Kape. Just great nickname.
Ugh,
Never gets old.
Great person. Never been an asshole in his
Yeah.
life.
just a stand-up dude.
Just a nice guy to be around, I would assume.
Doesn't have 7 losses.
19-7, coming off of a loss to Muhammad Makayev. Muhammad Makayev
We love
R.I.P.
that.
looked so bad in his fight against Manel Kape that he got cut,
Yeah.
and he won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, can you think of another person that's looked that bad and still won?
I mean,
I'm sure
he
there has
didn't
been, but
look bad in the sense that like he kind of did whatever he wanted. He took him down over and over.
He looked lost on the feet and then just took him down and then kind of just did nothing.
It's just embarrassing for Kape. Like the guy that just beat you got cut. Obviously, there was behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't his performance alone.
No.
Obviously.
no. I mean, the UFC clearly does not hate wrestle fuckers
Also,
because look at the 2 fights that just got announced.
Right.
Yeah.
The fans. Go ahead. Sorry.
Manel Kape is from Portugal.
If you guys didn't know,
Fighting
he's
out-
from Portugal.
Fighting out of Vegas. I hate Portugal all of a sudden. 31 years old,
I want to go there.
5 feet 5 inches tall. Bruno Bulldog Silva, 14-5-2, coming off of 4 wins in a row, but the first one was almost 4 years ago.
Jesus.
Another guy that just does not fight that often. Fighting out of Phoenix, originally from Brazil, 34 years old and 5 feet 4 inches tall.
Bruno fucking brings it, dude.
He cracks
He does.
for a flyweight. He's
That-
just so tiny.
The Cody Durden knockout, dude.
He's just a little
I
bulldog, isn't he?
don't know if you guys watched that one, but that uppercut, dude, it like literally shot his mouthpiece like a fucking bullet out of his mouth.
Yeah,
Which one?
Cody
He
Durden.
knocked out Cody Durden.
And Durden was like pretty much dominating
Durden,
the whole fight.
I wouldn't say dumb. He was definitely winning.
Yeah, he would have won.
Yeah. That was. It's not good to get like beat like that, obviously, for that short period of time. But he survived all of it. The chokes.
Oh yeah, Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
yeah.
He got wobbled. Survived like 2 or 3 different choke attempts.
He's
And then
just-
gets back up and literally 5 seconds after getting to his feet after a scramble lands the knockout.
Yeah, he's just so small, and
So is Kape though. They're pretty similarly built.
they are. But I guess the question is like, who's going to go forward more here? Because
I would think Silva, but Kape.
I think Copp's crispier. Like he's just. I think he's a little bit more
I think he's stupid.
and
refined.
the footwork is definitely on the Kape side here.
Yeah.
Silva just he got backed up against Cody Durden a lot because Cody Durden just didn't respect him at all. Kape, I think, will respect him more and will not just go forward
Think
the
so?
whole time.
But again, Bruno, he
Kape
looks
doesn't
kind of
respect
comfy
anybody.
off his back foot,
Yeah. Kape, he's just I don't really understand his style at all.
It's
He's
called
just,
annoying.
He just is just moving around a lot and then a lot of times just finds one punch and
Yeah.
Also,
fucks you up.
wholly canceled fights.
Yeah.
Two against
And this guy has
Nicolau,
fans.
one against Kai, Car France, one against Fig, one against Pereira, one against
Holy shit.
Rogerio Bontarin, one against Sumadarji,
Sumadarji.
Pantoja, Bontarin again.
That's wild. Also, Fig would have.
Were they all
fucked
his
him
fucking
up.
fault?
I guarantee it.
I hope so.
Guarantee it.
I watched him.
There's no way they can be, but that'd be funny.
I watched-
Majority for sure.
I watched him versus Asakura, who's fighting at the time of recording tonight.
Does it not say why?
Cop
Tested
tested
positive for
positive.
Tyrannoball? Are you kidding me?
And this motherfucker. What
And
the
he's still-
fuck are we talking
what?
about?
The first one I click on, he fucking pisses hot.
For
A tyrannable
For real?
metabolite.
Go down the list there.
like legitimate fucking steroids, huh?
No, damn
Botched
it.
weight cut.
Yeah, Bontarin had a hard time making weight.
Yeah, Manel had a botch weight cut. So next,
Alex Perez. Shit.
Oh, this is when Perez had a seizure in the back.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and he called him a
Yeah,
pussy.
he called him a pussy. That's right. You pussy
what
having
a
a seizure.
fucking asshole, dude.
I want to know.
Pantoja withdrew.
Damn it! So the
Ah,
only
he's
one is the
ducking Cobb.
steroids.
So he just cheated once.
God.
He cheated.
Kai pulled out of this.
Fuck!
One, yeah, because this is when. That was when.
There's a couple more though.
That was when the press conference where he was calling
Everybody
Kai names and shit.
Yeah.
In the crowd. Nicolau.
Cop missed weight. Okay, we've got cheating and missed weight so far.
That's interesting that
Fucking
Nicolau
asshole.
said no. Cop.
Oh,
Cop's scared of Nicolau.
what a fucking loser.
Cop's scared of Nicolau.
I think wasn't that they were talking shit, Nicolau and him, and then Nicolau ended up fighting
Perez
and getting
got
fucking
knocked out.
killed.
Yeah, but Nicolau beat Cop by a split
Yeah.
before that.
So we got a Tyrannoball pop, weight cut issue, and then just to pull out.
Yeah, I mean, and let's look at my guy Bruno Silva's shit.
And he probably did the whole tainted supplement thing. What kind of supplement's gonna have Tyrannoball in it?
Yeah.
Dude, I had Fruit Loops with it one time. I just got like jacked one day, and I was like, "What the hell?"
The 3 fights in the UFC that have been canceled for Bruno Silva: Cody Durden not medically cleared, Sumadarji withdrew, and bout rescheduled.
Okay, so our boy's always showing up to fight.
Yeah,
Not on steroids.
he's showing up to fight since 2019 7 times.
This is gonna be one of those.
I just don't really.
I'm just picking against Cop.
Oh yeah.
He came to the UFC
Yeah, yeah.
after LFA with a draw.
I pointed that out earlier.
Yeah, against Casey Kinney, ultimate nice guy.
Yeah, talk about a real good person.
Well,
there.
I guess he had 2 more fights after that before the UFC.
Real good person.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think Bruno can pull it off. What are the odds?
It's going to be probably kind of big.
I don't see where like all the hype of Cop came from. To be honest with you, he's got a shit record. He's an
I
asshole.
think after he had a couple knockouts, like the flying knee
Well,
against the.
I watched the Kai Asakura fight in Ryzen today,
Yeah.
and he knocked him out.
Who's fighting for a belt tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's wearing shoes.
Cop sucks.
He was a big
Cop was.
shoe guy over there.
Yeah, minus 280 Cop, plus 240 Silva. That's not surprising to me.
Yeah, I'm going with Cop, and it's probably. I think Cop's probably gonna knock him out.
I'm letting my pride take this one. I'm going Silva.
Yep.
3-round decision.
Yep, me too.
919 votes, 88% Cop, 79% decision. I'm a fan of Bruno Silva, and I do not like Cop, but I'm going to pick Cop decision.
I'll take a hit to my winning record. I'm taking Silva. Next.
I hope Bruno
We
Silva
gave him enough of our time.
knocks his
Yeah,
head
I don't
out.
like Cop.
Last thing, as much as I hate Cop, I do admit that he is very durable, and he can go to war and survive.
He's a good little bastard, but
You guys are fans.
Go back
You guys
to
love
Portugal and do all the
But
steroids.
he's a bastard.
I never knew he pissed hot. How did that one just get lost?
I
Old T-ball.
probably knew, but I just don't care about that, really.
He was on the tee.
I think they all kind of are.
No.
John Jones, I mean, he did.
Well, he's on all of them.
Think Dustin's on shit?
Fuck no.
Well, that's what John said.
You take some shit, and then you take some other shit to hide the shit, and then we're all good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ask me
And-
that same question about Michael Chandler.
And the UFC
Oh,
brought
he's
in
so
UFC got
right.
rid of USADA when Conor. They wouldn't let Conor fight, and they brought in some other company
And
that
Conor didn't
no one's ever
fight.
heard anything about. Now nobody pisses hot anymore.
All right.
Now
Except-
Connor's fighting
except for
lawsuits.
Cleo. All right, anything else here?
Nope. Give me out.
Get me out.
Go Bruno Silva,
Yeah.
but not the one that Dylan likes. All right, next up.
Also, real quick,
This guy's good.
Navajo's a weird looking motherfucker.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking alien.
He is pale and doesn't look human, and his name's Navajo, and he's from Australia
They do zero training outside in New Zealand, apparently.
or New Zealand. Yeah,
And if they do, then he's got long sleeves on and a fucking mask on at all times.
are you saying because he's so pale?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's
to
so.
look at.
I mean, he's so pale his hair turned blonde. Like it's crazy.
He's good though.
With all that being said, the guy's a pretty good fighter.
Yeah. And clearly the UFC wants him to win. This Navajo Stirling versus Tuko Tukos. Tokkos.
Tuko Tokkos.
His name's fucking George.
what? His
that-
actual name's George?
Yeah.
I don't know this guy.
George Tokkos.
Which one?
Yeah, you do.
Tuko.
He caused the fight between Vitor and Brendan Allen because he's best friends with Brendan Allen.
Oh, okay.
Casino.
Gotcha.
Navajo Stirling 5-0. 5-0 in MMA, and I think he's like 2 or 3-0 in Muay Thai. Fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand, 27 years old, 6 feet 4 inches tall, trains at City Kickboxing.
What was his reach?
These guys are both 6'4".
82.7. Damn.
Very
That's up
specific.
there, bro. That's top.
Isn't JJ fucking 84 and a half?
No, 84 and a half, yeah.
Damn. He's probably the closest we've seen.
And there's still never been anybody with a higher fucking reach.
Lower JJ.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Tuko Tokkos, George, 10-4, coming off a loss in the UFC to Omar C. Really completely uncompetitive.
He looked
Wrestle
like
fuck fest.
Yeah.
Russell Fuckfest.
Fighting out of UK, from the UK, fighting out of Killcliff. 34 years old, 6 feet 4 inches tall. Yeah, Tokkos is best friends with Brendan Allen, and apparently the fight between Brendan Allen and Vittori in the casino was started with Tokkos talking shit to Vittori.
Yeah.
Tokkos is bad.
He is. He's. I'm trying to think of the positives. He's tough. He swings for the fences.
Gotta be tough to be in the UFC though, huh?
He swings for the fences.
Got a big beard.
Big, cool looking beard. He's got a sick name. And that's about all I can come up with.
Is there a given name on
He
here?
lost to Ming Yang Zhang.
Ming
did.
Yang fucked him up. Dude.
So that was a road to the UFC card, and their fight was a non-tournament fight, and Tokkos was the biggest favorite on the card. He was like -6 something.
Ming
He
Yang.
got
The Mountain
slept
Tiger
in the
came-
first round.
Ming Yang ate a couple, but dude, he stood in there and yeah, like in the first 30 seconds, Tukos' nose was exploded.
Yeah, and he tried to wrestle the Tiger, and
The Tiger said, "No, we're not doing that."
he couldn't take him down.
He took him down.
You ever wrestled
Yeah.
a tiger? Yeah.
It
I've
sucks.
heard it's hard. By the way, Tokkos has a win over Myron Dennis, who's fighting Julius soon, like
Mhm.
tomorrow, today.
Tonight, yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go, Julius.
And it was a super impressive performance by Tokkos. Picked him up, slammed him. Myron Dennis planted with his arm,
Yeah.
and his whole arm went that way.
Ouchie.
I saw that.
Completely
And that's the fight that
dislocated or something.
gets him to the big show.
Yeah. They're like, yep, that's
Yeah, you break
that's
people's
repeatable.
arms. Yeah.
That his last fight, man. It's just that's all I needed to see, honestly. Like he's tough and everything, but this is an obvious. We want Navajo Stirling to win.
Yeah.
Navajo's not going to do what Umar C did.
No.
Devil's advocate.
It's a good point.
But he is a phenomenal striker.
Very calculated. He's a typical city kickboxing guy. Like he's honestly pretty much like anime boy.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he's
Chinese
more to me.
slut.
He's more like Oldberg.
Or that too.
He just stays because Izzy like he
just
leans a lot. and
super
shit.
calculated, super
He
patient.
looks so calm too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
right.
like-
There's
yeah.
just a calmness to all those guys.
He chops your leg off.
Yeah.
I mean, completely off. Throws straight punches. Doesn't.
He's going to use every centimeter of that reach to just pick at him with everything on the outside.
The only, I mean, again, devil's advocate because I'm picking Navajo Stirling, but the only thing is Ming Yang Zhang. He got in his face and just went to war. Sterling's not going to do that. C completely wrestle fucked him. Sterling's not going to do that either. But I still think, from what I've seen, Stirling is way better. Just
And
way better.
Even if Tuko decides to try to maybe clinch, he's got to get to him first.
Yeah.
And if he tries to work a takedown, I know Sterling's pretty green in that aspect of the game, I would assume. I feel like he's strong enough and athletic enough.
He moves
And
well.
And he's, yeah.
And city kickboxing is like known for being really hard to take down.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll just be well-rounded enough to stay off of his back.
Yeah.
Against a guy who's really not a takedown specialist. At all.
Holy shit.
A -1,000. Where's it at?
-600.
Yeah, that's about right.
-600 Navajo.
There it calls him George.
Yeah. +425 George. Curious George.
Yeah, this is just one of those obvious. We like this contender series guy.
Yeah.
Here
This
you go.
is, I mean, this is a typical. This shouldn't be on the main card of any card.
They're
But on
trying to get
paper,
eyeballs. They're
It's
trying
not like Tuko's. He's not a freaking complete can. Like he's 10-4. He's it's not blatantly obvious.
No, I mean he fought in Fury FC. I think he was maybe the champ in Fury, which is actually a good promotion.
It's a perfect UFC debut fight for Navajo.
He lost it to Casey O'Neal's boyfriend, Ty Guerter, in Bellator. Got knocked out. So that's a good look. Votes.
Wow.
Ouchie.
848 votes, 97% Stirling, 92% knockout.
That's where I'm falling in, baby.
That's what's happening.
It may take him a round.
No, because he downloads.
Yeah.
Like you can tell. He did it in the Contender Series.
And then that fight, like he finished that guy,
but
and he killed his lead leg, but it wasn't
the Mexican
easy.
guy. No, it was not easy. I think that guy had a little more than what he was.
And that guy looked like he was on meth. Like he looks like you'd find him in LA doing meth.
He had a rough upbringing, I think. I think his story was pretty bad.
It was.
But he was a tough bastard. But yeah, if a guy like Sitz, that's the other thing. If a guy like that can make it tough for Navajo, then that's not a good look.
The only thing is, I think it might have to do with he's a slow starter in the sense of he's downloading, and then he's going to pick his shot.
And he's also 6-0 or 5-0. So
he's still young to this.
In an 83-inch reach.
Yeah, 6'4" with that reach, dude, and that striking skill, like,
dude, he's like an inch off of John Jones on height and reach.
That's pretty crazy,
pretty much.
And Ming Yang Zhang was touching up Tokkos in dirty boxing range. So imagine, long
Tuko
range.
was just standing in there, just swinging right back.
I think it's going to be like a jab low kick fest until a right hand kills his head.
High kick.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
Tokkos is going to try to take him down. He's going to. I mean, if he doesn't, he's.
So then he probably won't.
He should just like bull rush his ass and fucking just use the cage.
And he does. He trains at Killcliff. It's a good gym. They're going to have a game plan, but I don't see how it works.
I want the UFC to get one of these hype trains right. Like what's the Despain?
Yeah,
that guy's cut.
Yeah,
you know that's the last Contender Series guy they tried hyping.
I don't think they. I mean, obviously, like with Sean, they wanted Sean to be good, but like sometimes they're just like, as long as we can get some people excited, like a couple times for Rebellis to Spain and sell a couple pay-per-views, then it's worth it.
It's a good point. I guess they don't necessarily need them to all be champs.
No,
just like you said, just get them for a few of them.
I mean, from what we've seen now, which is not a lot, or at least for me, I think Stirling could be that guy, kind of like Olberg's becoming that guy. Izzy has been that guy.
He's only. I'm going to say he's only 27, and he's already 27. Like he's only 27, as in what? He's a 205er.
Yeah. I
mean, shit. He could fight for another 8 years.
Yeah.
He has all that time to get better.
And they're going to give him the right fights.
Right, and he's not 21, 22 years old with like, no experience.
Yeah.
Not
and
like
he's staying active. So
or 21 years old with too many fights.
Right. Yeah. I think he's like. He's getting into the UFC,
on
maybe a little too early, but
now.
They're going to help him out with that.
Yeah. The first few will be fights like this for sure.
Yep.
And if Tuko goes in there and sleeps his ass, and
it's over.
It trains.
Cut him. Both of them.
And we love our New Zealand, Australian fighters. So I'll take more. I'll take some more of them.
Such a hater, dude.
Minus Izzy and minus Blood Diamond. Remember him?
Blood Diamond.
Yeah, it was Izzy. He trained at City Kickboxing. That was his name.
That was his name, yeah.
Or not his real name, but anything else here?
Not like War Machine.
Yeah, he was trying to
shout out
be War Machine.
That was his real name.
I'll hit that commissary soon, dog.
What?
Commissary?
What is that?
Commissary?
Prison?
That's where the prisoners have money and they buy
give him
like
money,
food.
is what I'm saying.
John Copenhaver or whatever? You're going to give him money?
Yeah, I mean,
bail him out.
He might want a Twinkie or something. I'm just kidding. Fuck that guy. Sorry. Sorry.
All right, next up.
12 more fights left.
Yeah, Dustin Jacoby versus Vitor Petrino. Dustin the Hanyak. Jacoby. 19-9-1. Coming off 2 losses in a row. He got knocked out by Dominic Reyes, my boy.
Yeah.
He's still my boy.
Weird boy.
He's still my boy.
Fighting out of Denver, 36 years old, 6 feet 3 inches tall. Vitor, help me out, Chad.
A cow.
Petrino, 11-1, coming off of a complete ass whooping by Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
I think Petrino's
Smith is a turd.
Fighting out of Brazil, 27 years old.
That's just
6'2".
It's a little speed bump.
See, both these guys are coming off of a loss where they lost because they made bad decisions. But one guy took 2 low kicks, maybe got hit with 1 jab and then got choked.
Yeah.
And the other one got flatlined by Dominic Reyes.
Yeah.
And one's old.
Which is usually what Dom gets.
This is a get right back on track,
Yes.
Petrino.
I'm scared for Jacoby's brain.
His brain, he's going to be 3 losses in a row, and his brain's going to be hurting.
Now, the big thing here is that, well, I think the biggest thing is that Petrino could take him the fuck down and maul him, but he doesn't really do that. He likes to strike.
He hasn't really had to.
No. But it's weird because I feel like he is a high level grappler and he could just dominate people on the ground, but he wants to strike.
But I love that shit.
And he's actually not bad at striking. Like
he could take down Jacoby and do exactly that.
But also Jacoby is very mobile and
he is.
Does like a lot of angle shit and a lot of switching.
No, he's slick on the feet, dude. When he knocked out Kennedy,
yeah,
I think we all picked against him that fight.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, oh fuck,
I'd do it again. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really think Petrino is actually going to wrestle that much.
I would expect it to play out on the feet, but
I think either way he's going to knock him out.
If it starts going south, he could.
That's what I'm thinking.
He could definitely shoot. And
what I like about Petrino is that,
God,
I've said this before, but he looks like a big meathead, just wants to knock your head off guy. But he fights very
methodical,
calm, and patient, and like he's not like the best, most gifted striker in the world, but he's very fundamentally sound. Throws jabs, throws 1s and 2s, keeps it simple, and hits hard.
Yeah, I mean, the Anthony Smith fight was literally not Petrino. That was, I think he was so cocky, he just overlooked Anthony. I mean, when he went to take him down.
Was he cocky going into that one?
He wasn't. It wasn't like super, like talking trash. But you can tell by the way he fought him. He was just like, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
Even on the feet, he was taking a lot more chances than he normally does. He was he was big overhands and shit.
And he went to pick him up to slam, adjusted him while he's in the air, which allowed Anthony to cinch up the fucking guillotine.
So hypothetically, if Petrino beats Lionheart, who do you think he's fighting next instead of Jacoby? Or is it still Jacoby? There's no way it's Dustin, right?
It's not Jacoby.
Oh,
It's probably... I mean, I'm assuming Anthony was like 11 or 12 at that point, right?
Probably.
So it's probably.
You think he's up in the top 10?
9 to 7 range. I don't know who's up there right now, but
now he's down to an unranked guy,
like Krylov or something.
Okay. I just thought that would be. It's weird how one fight. I mean, it's crazy.
You almost have to get back and get right fight.
I think Petrino's another guy that they kind of. I mean, maybe not to the level of Navajo Stirling, but he's another guy that the UFC wants to build up there and wants to like put him in favorable situations.
That's a potential fight.
Sterling and Vitor. Hopefully not anytime soon.
Right. Yeah, maybe 2-3 years from now if they keep.
Minus 260 Petrino, plus 220 Jacoby.
That's fair.
That's about right for me.
And I've always liked Dustin Jacoby, but this is not going to be one of those times where I'm picking the guy that I like.
He's too chinny.
Yeah, he is very chinny.
He is tricky on the feet, but like he can be caught and put away.
Mm-hmm. He's been knocked out a bunch, even when he was kickboxing and stuff like that.
So how many knockout losses?
He's coming to the end.
Well, shit, this is like his second or third stint in the UFC.
Yeah, he's almost out. They might cut him.
With that being said, he's 7-6, and he has a winning UFC record,
and he's only been knocked out twice in MMA.
That's not bad at all. I was assuming a few more,
but it's like his style is so like on the outside, don't get hit.
A lot of
the fact that he gets hit and dropped and knocked out that's like the opposite of what is supposed to happen.
Yeah,
like,
right. When did he fight on the Contender Series? 2020. Why do I feel like he was in the UFC before that?
He was because he had to fight on the Contender Series to get back.
God, what a bunch of assholes!
He fought Ty Flores.
Are you kidding me?
Who fought Tukos, I believe.
They made him fight in the Contender Series.
Yeah.
Look at all the Glory Kickboxing fights.
Contender Series was 2020, and his last UFC fight before that was like way back in.
Holy shit!
Alex Pereira.
2012.
Fuck.
Go up.
And then he's like, "Screw this! I'm fighting."
Yeah, he got knocked out by Pereira.
Oh,
2 minutes.
That's just what
What
happens.
a pussy.
That's what happens.
Prayer doesn't knock anybody out. That's wild.
Lost to King Mo and John Salter in Bellator.
That's
Ouch.
good. A lot of kickboxing fights there.
Carl Roberson, Kansas City guy.
Yeah.
And you think
He's got a wild career.
Yeah. 870 votes, 86% Petrino, 74% knockout.
I think Petrino clips him.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
I don't know if he does. I mean, he wins.
I think if he doesn't
think it's
clip him,
decision?
Jacoby could take. He could take charge on the feet. He could take control of that.
I want Petrino to wrestle, but I just don't know if he will.
But that's the thing. If Jacoby does start kind of taking over
Then
the
he-
stand up, then we're going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, you're probably right. He probably knocks him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Is that what we're all doing?
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay. Man, so we're all going to have the same record on this card.
Yeah,
Sounds like.
apparently that's probably not a good look.
Is that it on that one?
Yeah.
All right, co-main. Cub Swanson versus Billy Q. Killer Cub Swanson. Not a guy that I put that name to. Like,
Maybe 15 years ago.
I mean,
41.
no, not like that. But I just don't think of Cub Swanson as Killer Cub Swanson,
Yeah,
like Cowboy or
Right. I don't
Dustin
either.
the Diamond.
He's just Cub.
Yeah,
because I think it's his name's already unique and
yeah.
Cub is,
That his actual name, Cub,
As far as I know.
real name.
pretty sure.
29-14, coming off of a split decision loss to Andre Feely.
Might be one of his last. I mean, this
Going
could be his
90
last
down
fight.
the windy road.
Fighting out of Palm Springs, 41 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall.
40-1.
Billy Quarantillo, 18-6, coming off of a pretty bad ass whooping by Yusuf Zalal.
Yeah.
Fighting out of Tampa, 36 years old,
Who else?
5'10". He's 36, which is crazy.
Go to his other recent losses real quick. Just those two.
Edson.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
That we were there.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Yes,
So
I thought Billy Q was going to drag him into the deep
I thought we
waters.
were. I think you and I picked him.
that's his biggest problem, in my opinion, is that's if he can do that, if he can take your punishment early, and you get tired, then he can win.
Mhm.
But if you don't get tired, but that's pretty much it.
You can't
then-
eat a knee from Edson round one.
No.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying that Billy, he basically has one way to win, and it's to wear you out early and eat a lot of punishment, but he's not eating it like he used to.
Mhm.
Zalal hurt him bad on the feet, subbed him. Zalal's, nobody's ever heard of him because he got cut a long time ago, but he's actually really good. But still, Cub is breakable, I think, and drownable, but it's not because he's going to get tired.
No.
And I think that's what has to happen for Billy to win these fights is somebody to get tired.
I think Cub can grapple with him too.
I don't-
No?
I don't think he should.
No. I'm saying meaning if Billy tries that.
He won't get subbed.
Right.
Cub, he's always got good cardio. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really worried about that. And even at 41 years old, he's definitely going to be more mobile. Billy's just stands there and
Mhm.
eats everything you throw. You could
Which is why
you
it's
could try
fun
to miss
watch
him
fight.
and you'll probably hit him. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like both these guys, but I gotta go for Cub.
Yeah.
Gotta go for Cub, dude. I loved Cub for so long, and he needs that
Yeah.
dub. And he's almost he's about to retire, so you got to root for him.
Maybe it is a retirement fight.
Could be.
very possible. I think I'm gonna go Cub too. Just what John was saying. He's gonna move around. He's tough. He's got cardio.
He's
even
well
at
around. He's got it
41
all.
years old, he's still gonna be there.
Billy
He's
Q
got it all.
gets people tired, but Cub doesn't get
Yeah.
tired.
How
Exactly.
many guys do you think are active in the UFC that are over 40? It's 10, 12 maybe.
I don't
If
even
that.
think it's that over 40.
Yeah.
I bet it's 10 or at least probably.
So
Stipe, Von Arlovsky, those guys are gone.
That's true.
Cowboys gone.
I
Cowboys
definitely
coming back.
You got Jim Miller,
Clay.
Clay, Cub,
I definitely-
Wonder Boy,
Wonder how old is Jorge? He's coming back too.
Holly Holm.
I don't even know if he's 40 yet.
No, he's like 30. What 30?
Masvidal.
Yeah, Masvidal 38.
He's probably 38, 39. He's probably right there. That's 5 real quick ones, but
So
Try to sneak.
So there's probably 5 more.
Cub, I mean, I don't know. He is finishable. He's been finished 10 times in his MMA career out of
He's
14
been fighting
losses.
since like 98, though.
But Billy, I guess he is a finisher, but it's not like one punch type shit.
It's like just a smothering volume
Mhm.
finish.
He's so unathletic and not really the best striker.
He shit on Kansas City, though, and I love that. Was that not Billy Q?
That's Billy Algio.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Algio. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck the Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
And the Buffalo Bills.
I don't know. I think everything I've said makes it really seem like I'm confident in Cub, but I'm not.
See, I'm not either.
You know,
Yeah.
'cause he's an old man.
I've liked both these guys. I've always been a Billy Q guy, too.
I'm
But
not saying I'm
Same.
confident. I'm just definitely picking
give me some
him.
odds and votes, please.
Minus 155 Billy. That's closer than I thought
Cubs,
it'd be.
slight dog. You
Plus-
thought it'd be wider for
I thought
Billy?
yeah. Plus 135 Cub.
Billy?
Tapology
Billy.
votes. Close on this. Wow. Going Cub. 868 votes, 59% Cub, 89% decision.
I think this one is for sure going to be a 3-round fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless of who wins.
I know you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I really wish Cub would put his hands up. He has never. They're always at his waist.
Yeah.
All the time.
He's good at firing from the waist, though.
What do you guys pick?
He is, but like
Yeah, I got
defensively,
it.
Yeah.
Decision.
Cub.
Decision.
Hurry up. Got
Are you going
100 more
Cub?
fighters.
I think I'm going to go Cub.
okay. Well, I'm gonna go Billy then.
I was going to go the opposite of you as well.
Well, but you guys are all three picking Cub, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Billy.
All right.
So that hopefully
And
I
I
can.
like them both, but I'm definitely a bigger Cub fan. But
Yeah.
I'm a bigger Cub fan too, but
I don't-
Billy Q's cool too.
Billy.
yeah.
Billy's hurtable on the feet, but I also Cub is not known for his like power.
No.
You know.
I mean, especially as of now, too.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the last thing to leave.
That's true. Well,
SoCal.
he's never
shout
had it,
out.
but anything else there?
And he's got sick palm
No.
tree tats.
So do you.
So do we.
All right, main event.
Hey.
Really interesting
we-
one.
these could
It's
be
shocking
Cub
that
tats.
it's shocking that one of these guys took this fight.
That being who?
Colby.
I think it's
definitely Colby.
Yeah.
I
I don't think Colby had a choice.
mean, probably not. Typically, he talks his way into a title fight. Now he's
It's
fighting
a
the
huge
number.
step down for Colby.
He's fighting the number 7 or whatever.
It's also not an easy fight. For
Why do I feel
Colby.
like Colby's like last 6 fights have all been for the belt? That's what it feels
They
like.
pretty much have. Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. Colby Chaos Covington, 17-4, coming off of like a horrible ass performance against Leon Edwards.
it was
Yeah,
awful.
It was very bad.
After how big of a layoff?
2 years?
Year-ish.
Yeah,
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, fighting out of Florida, 36 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall. Joaquin New Monza Buckley. I've never figured out what that meant. Haven't really looked either.
I
But
didn't even know either.
The Monza Spider.
is that what it is?
Well, it's a car.
Oh, he's a new car. That's what he is.
Maybe it's a family car.
Joaquin new car Buckley, 26, coming off of at least 5 wins in a row. 5 wins in a row. Fighting out of St. Louis, 30 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall.
He's not still training at Finney's, is he?
No, I think he spends most of his time at Murcielago, which is like, I think Jamal Hill and Chaos Williams, and it's like in Michigan somewhere, I
All
think.
those idiots.
But
I just
Colby
I don't see how Colby wins.
against Leon, and obviously everyone who's ever watched an MMA fight knows he looked like shit in that fight, but it's just insane, like, the game plan. He stood at range and went backwards a lot for like the first 2 rounds.
She never does.
And
Let's
no.
strike with Leon Edwards.
And he basically said, okay, I'm going to strike with you just long enough for you to crush my lead leg with the kicks.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm going to try to wrestle.
And then my legs don't work.
Yeah.
And
And then I look shit.
then I'm going to
regardless.
let you take me down.
Yeah.
And
Per the stats, I'm 99% sure it was like 2 takedowns apiece.
yeah,
He got taken down twice by Leon.
gun to my head, I would have never have like if you had there's 4 takedowns in this fight. Who gets more?
Oh,
You're picking Colby.
Colby all day.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
the same?
yeah.
Like what?
I thought Colby was going to take him down 10 times.
Yes. Which is why I like Buckley even more in this, because Buckley's shown that he can wrestle
Yeah.
like pretty well, actually.
And he's strong as shit. Athletic.
And Colby is not going to have nothing for him on the feet.
Buckley,
I don't think.
No.
See, Colby's bad at striking, and especially
he's just a volume guy, which we haven't seen him put a pace on anyone like that in forever.
yeah. And that's the thing here is
I think Kamaru just kind of took his soul a little bit.
But does Colby, was that just like the bottom of the barrel, and he's going to get back to the old Colby, or have we already seen the best of Colby?
I think we've
already
seen the best.
Man.
I
think he's.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station, and
I hate to say it, but yeah, I think we've seen the better days of the old.
As of late, obviously against lesser competition, but Buckley's been a better wrestler than Colby. Buckley took Wonder Boy down 4 times, who was hard to take down.
But he's also
I hate
41.
to say it, dude. He's
took Ruzabov down 4 times.
He's looked fucking good.
Yeah, but I hate him, so
I
go
know.
Colby, I guess.
I will be rooting for Colby.
Which sucks to say.
I don't think I will.
Really?
You just
Once
changed
he
your
gets
mind,
to
though.
talking and chirping and
Before the
shit.
pod, you were kind of on our side with that.
What? When?
Right before we started this, when we were talking about it.
no, he when I said I agreed with John, he said that I don't think I'm going to be rooting for Colby.
But the problem with Colby and his volume go forward style is that Buckley is he spends very little time in like boxing range.
Mm-hmm.
He's all the way out, and then he does his Mike Tyson shit on the way in, switches stances, overhand, and then he's out again. So it's like Colby's gonna have to chase him down if he wants to wrestle.
What does perf mean? What the fuck is that?
Performance bonus.
Oh, okay.
And Buckley has power, and he is athletic as a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And he's going to say something really stupid on the mic when he wins.
5-round fight, though.
True.
Colby's, I would give him the cardio advantage slightly.
Yeah, but that's one thing that Buckley's he's kind of turned a corner in that.
Have we seen him 5-round?
I don't think so.
Wonder Boy round 3. The Sultan was a 3-rounder.
That's going to be
Bruno
Colby's
3-rounder. That
biggest advantage because Colby's nothing but 5 rounds.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
but
the main
again-
in St. Louis, right? That was it?
co-man.
It was a co-main.
3 rounds.
3 rounds, yeah.
But again, if we're saying Colby, that's how he wins. If he gets his ass kicked for 3.5 rounds, then Buckley can just coast and still win.
Mhm.
Right. I'm just not really feeling that Colby's going to take him down a lot.
I'm not
No,
either.
I think
not at all.
he's going to be not as strong, less athletic, and like you said, Buckley's been getting better with the cardio and everything. So,
And you struggle taking Leon down, which not terrible takedown defense, but you struggle taking Leon down, get taken down by him. I just don't see him taking out
And
Buckley.
he has 0 firepower on the feet.
Mhm.
None.
And Buckley's hard to find. When you
yeah.
do find him, you can knock him out. He's really hard to find.
But once he does his Tyson bullshit, and
yeah, and
he's
Buckley,
all over the place.
Buckley, I feel like he's strictly. I mean, I don't want to say strictly, but like he fights based on like a routine, like a muscle memory thing. He's not like a big like make reads guy, or at least I'm an idiot.
He just
but
kinda-
to me, he's not. He like has certain combos that he wants to throw, and he just picks when he's going to throw them.
Yeah.
It's not like a lot of on the fly making reads, and then all of a sudden he'll just football tackle you. And I think that's why Wonder Boy, who's known for his takedown D, had such a hard time with him because he ran him all the way across the cage.
Right.
It wasn't just up against a fence, single,
Didn't
trying
really
to drag
give
him down.
like a chance to have like a proper like defense.
Yeah. You don't have the fence to help. Like, you can just run all the way across the cage with him. And
Buckley minus 255.
yeah.
Colby plus 215. I think that's fair.
Rooting for Colby.
That's
I got
big.
Buckley decision.
I think it's fair, but that's surprising to me, actually.
Think it'd be closer.
Yeah. Is there
No votes.
no predictions have been made yet?
That's got to be
weird.
something. That's wrong.
I mean,
That's weird.
this
Trump's
is like
involved.
this is kind of short notice because it's supposed to be him and Ian Gary, Buckley and Ian Gary.
I think Ian Gary was going to whoop his ass.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know about that either.
I think he was just going to wrestle fuck Ian Gary the whole fight.
I think Buckley's on his way to a title shot. He's gonna fuck around and get a title shot.
No.
I'm kind of I don't like him, but I'm kind of on board with him being actually really good.
yeah, like he's definitely evolved. He's
Yeah.
gotten better.
And he's got kind of, It's annoying, but he's got the mindset.
He's got
to
the
do it.
confidence.
Yeah.
For
I'll tell you
sure.
what's annoying is he's going to be played in our heads for the rest of our lives with that kick.
It's the best knockout in the history of knockouts.
Pretty much the nastiest
It's the
knockout
best.
of all time.
Yeah.
It's a video game shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like a UFC video game. I'm talking like more
It's
combat.
like- yeah.
shit.
Yeah. It's like kickboxing.
That's something you saw in a Jet Li movie or something.
I've seen
you know?
Jean-Claude Van Damme do similar things.
Yes. And Chuck.
In real life.
Yeah.
I'm going Buckley decision.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Me?
Everybody?
Well, I'm just going for what I really think is going to happen.
I'm probably rooting for Colby, but if he loses, I'm not going to be butthurt about it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't-
I'm rooting for Colby.
I don't like either of these guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Well, on that note, who are you picking real quick?
Buckley.
Decision?
Yeah, I would honestly. I don't know if he's going to finish him. If he does finish Colby, I think.
Kamaru couldn't finish Colby, dude. Nobody finished.
I mean, he finished Colby,
He broke his jaw, but yeah, I mean the second time, I guess.
but
But I mean, it was kind of about early stoppage.
yeah, it was kind of a
Colby
weird
was
one.
pissed about it.
Yeah.
He kind of got fucked.
So, what? Before we get out of here, I guess let's start with Buckley. If he wins, what happens next for him?
Like,
He's gonna call out Conor McGregor.
But like, who does he actually fight next?
depends on
who's fighting Bilal next?
We don't know.
We don't know
Probably
yet.
the winner of tonight. Shavkat, Ian Gary.
Well,
You think they'll give it to Gary that quick?
listen,
They were trying to set up him and Shavkat already.
Bilal just got asked about this. He said, Shavkat's going to beat Ian Gary. I'm going to beat Shavkat, and then I'm going to go up and beat Khamzat.
What's
That's what he said this week.
what's Kamaru doing?
That's what I'm saying.
He's
He
coming
might-
back.
He might.
He's been flirting with coming back soon.
That wouldn't be a bad one for me. He's number 2. He's a little long in the tooth.
He fights the loser of tonight.
No, are you talking about Buckley?
I'm saying
or-
Buckley.
Yeah, no. Buckley fights the loser of tonight.
You mean?
that
Like, say McGarry loses,
Oh,
he fights Gary.
No, because Buckley, if he wins, that'll be 6 in a row. You got to give him a guy that's
A legend.
But would Usman? I mean, I guess he doesn't have much leverage right now. But would he take that fight?
I'm trying to remember
I don't
who,
know.
because Usman just was talking to Henry Cejudo on their podcast this week, and they were talking about this, and he did give the edge to Buckley, and I think that he was kind of calling him out and saying he needs to whoop his ass.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or Sean Brady,
Sean Brady
or
is
Jack
there.
Della.
Yeah.
I think any of those makes sense.
well. You got to think Buckley. If he beats Colby, they're gonna probably just switch spots.
Probably.
Which
But
will put
I don't
him at
know.
6.
I don't know if the UFC, especially with guys like Shavkat and Ian Gary and Jack Della in this division, I think Buckley's below all of them in the sense that the UFC isn't going to want to push him like they want to push Jack Della,
and
Yeah.
Ian Gary.
Shavkat, Ian Gary.
I don't know.
Even Sean Brady.
I
Probably.
think the Kamaru one's the most intriguing for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was Kamaru's last fight?
It was fucking
Khamzat?
what's his dick.
Was it against Khamzat?
Yeah,
So
when
that's been a
when
while.
he would have
So-
fucking won.
So I think even with Kamaru coming off of that loss,
That was last year. That was a year ago.
Even with him coming off that loss, I think you could still match up a guy that's on a hot streak like Buckley.
Well, I think it makes more sense at the number 2 coming off a loss to fight
Down
down to Buckley.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, same question with Colby.
If he wins,
0% chance he talks his way into the title shot again.
No.
Right?
If,
Yeah, I
if he
know.
wins, they're going to make him fight the toughest guy available ahead of him.
New
Probably
champ
Sean,
now, though.
Sean Brady.
New champ that he hasn't fought yet.
There's no way they want someone that's going to go in there and beat Bilal.
No, listen. This is what
Yeah.
they want Bilal out of there.
this is what Ian Gary wants, and he wants to fight Colby. So they might set that shit up because Ian just needs to go in there and whoop his ass for all the
Ian's
fucking
got to win though.
bad blood.
But if Ian
would-
wins, he's not fighting Colby.
Yeah, no. If Ian
Right.
wins,
If
he's
they,
fighting for
if
a
they
title
both
next.
win, if they both
They
win,
both win, and then he has more say so.
if they
If-
both win, I could see that.
You
If
don't- you
Ian
don't-
wins, he's probably fighting for a
Yeah,
title.
you don't think if Ian beats the number 3 Shavkat,
That's a good point. It's a good
Yeah.
point.
they're not going to give him a title shot?
No, I think they'll give him a title shot.
What about
But
Leon though?
listen, I think that fight is going to happen. I think they're going to make
About Ian Gary Leon
fuck
for
Leon.
like a number 1 contender. Or some
Leon
shit.
doesn't
Colby
fight.
Bilal?
Kobe Bilal, dude.
That's the fight.
I don't know. I think they're gonna make the road way harder for Colby if he does win.
How is there so many grapplers in this division?
It's the most
So many.
of all time,
Yeah,
except for
so
Leon.
many.
That's it.
Michael
And
Page.
Jack Della
yeah, Jack Della. Yeah, I don't know.
and Ian Gary. There's 3.
Michael Page.
Wonderboy is still number 10.
He's been there forever.
That's crazy.
Michael Morales is about to come and whoop everyone's ass.
Literally, Wonder Boy is going to retire a top 10 welterweight.
Yeah. 42.
It doesn't matter how many losses in a row
That's
he has.
crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see not only because I'm off the Colby train, but I would just think it would be more interesting if Buckley won because he hasn't fought any of these guys.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
he's going to talk some shit and stir some shit up.
Buckley definitely
He's
needs
gonna
to
make
win
people
for
hate him
entertainment
more.
value.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is weird to say because he's fighting Colby, but
Who is the entertainment
everyone's tired of the whole Colby shit, though. He's kind of
Man, they're kind of over the.
he's
his
wore out
shtick.
his welcome.
guy? Well, and he's also just not. He's not like funny with it anymore. He's just downright just being a piece of shit.
And he literally probably has speech writers writing his shit nowadays.
Maybe.
Yeah, everyone's kind of over it. I'm getting that way.
You just can't look that bad against Leon like that.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. It's 5. Let's go.
All right.
We got one more, don't we?
No, that's the main event.
Sit.
Anything else on this shit?
Nope.
I will say about
It is a fun card.
It is a very striker heavy card.
I've got a fun little fact about tonight though, with the Japanese Sakura. Asakura. He will be the 100th debut UFC fighter this year in 2024.
100?
100. So
Damn.
they've had 100 guys this year have their first debut fight in UFC, and 45 of them won, and 55 of them lost.
So they're under 500.
Yes.
Obviously, you got to factor in a lot of that's short notice.
Right.
But
I just thought it was interesting.
he's definitely the first.
Debut title fight.
Yeah.
This year. I mean,
and I guarantee you they're going to
Except for maybe if
say
you go
that
back
stat.
to like
2009.
UFC 5.
Yeah.
I could see Laura Sanko or somebody saying that stat while he's walking in the
Oh,
cage
yeah.
tonight.
We'll all suck your dick when she says it. So.
It's probably to be Anik, I'm
Yes. What a great night.
sure. Anik will say 100 debut of the, and
Yeah.
he's in a custody battle with his
Yeah.
wife right now.
Yeah. His son's a drug addict.
Yeah, and he's only 5'6"
One of 2 fighters from Tokyo.
stat.
He's
All
just
right,
trying to bring that belt back to Japan.
it's not happening.
No,
All right.
it's not happening.
At HOR Podcast, Instagram, Hungover Hand Right, TikTok. Our socials on the screen right now. Tell us who you're picking.
I bet you won't. I bet you guys won't do anything at all. But you should.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Later.